Therand Fiddlestrom. This is an interesting character. He's got some skills and traits especially that make him stand out a little bit compared to many of the others. So he's a dwarf and a caster. It's also interesting just because he's water type, there are so many tanks for the water type, and it's hard to find damage dealers on the water type, at least early on. So if you don't have Galore, who's fairly uncommon to get a hold of, getting some of these other ones are good if you're trying to make an all-water party for some of the fire levels. So right now, he's exclusively on an honor summon, and if you're going to build up his star level, that's only going to come from honor summon as well. Alright. He has perfect swing. There's a couple dwarfs that have perfect swing, so he's never going to miss. Armor Hunter, this is one of the things that makes him a little stronger. He has boosted damage versus armor targets. And he ignores armor as well. So he's especially good. There's some other characters as well that do really well against tanks. They're kind of the answer to the taunt on tanks. So moderate damage, medium defense, medium skill, medium health, kind of all around medium. He's got some decent resistances, again in line with his water element. And then thermal detonator here. Ranged physical attack on all and causes daze. So this is a lot like Yokozuna's sumo stomp. He's got similar benefits there. The nice thing is he's not slow, so you can inflict that much earlier. In the turn cycle, you could inflict, especially if you were on the defending side, you could inflict it during the normal turn. Right, looking at his next Ascension. He is just a higher damage physical attack, which is not very exciting. Be nice to have something else for him. He's got ranged physical attack on all enemies. This is nice. Don't know why they have these listed separately. I've never seen two skills for a single Ascension. This would be more in line with what you'd be expecting on all enemies, all enemy attack for a caster like this. And then armored resistance, so he actually takes less damage from armored enemies. Again, very effective against armored enemies. This could be really useful even for some of the campaign dungeons, where you get a lot of those, or having them as bosses. So here, luckily, actually, somehow got lucky and got a bunch of these jeweled evos. I could upgrade him, and he's only in competition with Stone Crusher here. I don't think I will just yet. I'll hold off, but it's good to see that could happen. Overall, I think he'll probably stay low level for me for a while. He does have some interesting bonuses against armored units. So far that hasn't been a huge issue, but it may be in higher levels. So good overall. You could choose him and level him up. There wouldn't be anything wrong with that. For now, I think he'll stay a little lower for me.